Yeah, it's still teaching the class without a year. It's just that it's like talking to yourself. If they're not answering back, you're like, all right, let's move on.
No, it's
What
hard.
is wrong with y'all? You would think you don't want to be that bored. Talk about it. Ask a dumb question. Good morning, everyone. We'll get started in a few minutes, people. Waiting for all the class to show up. Hopefully, I get to see you guys' faces today. I must apologize because I have to do a quick review of our class yesterday, which I would already do in the first place, but I want to make sure that everyone gets what they're supposed to be getting whilst learning on our Zooms, our Zoom classroom. Hopefully y'all feel good this morning, even though it looks and smells crazy outside. Stay healthy. Let's see who's up here. Guys, just hang tight. I'll be taking roll as everyone comes in. Who is this with the iPhone?
It's Lydia.
Oh yeah, that's okay, gotcha. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get started. Yesterday we were on chapter 1. If you can all just bear with me 2 seconds here. Professional development, and that was in chapter 1. You can go to your screen and follow with me. Right now I'm in the learn section. I'm going to cause fundamentals. Okay, here we go, guys. And your screen should look like this for this whole chapter. We got a couple of more chapters to go. I do want to do a review on healthy body and mind. And we all know, and what we've learned yesterday, that it's very important for our health in this profession. And even though we are going through this, are we essential, are we not essential business, we are essential. And it's important to at least learn your professionalism and how to keep your mind and your body healthy as you work and as we work through these trying times. So we talked about rest and relaxation, get your exercise in, taking care of your nutrition and hygiene, things of that nature. Also the clothing you wear, ergonomics, all that good stuff. And so let's go back to our 1.1 and have a little review here. Scroll down. How's everybody doing? Talk to me.
Doing good, Miss V.
Hi, is that Adam?
Hey,
Hi, Adam.
yeah. Hi, Miss V.
Good hearing your voice. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Hi, Ms. V.
Let's see, who is that?
Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Great. I heard you did your hair.
I know I did.
Oh my God.
I got tired of the blonde and I was bored.
Oh my God. So you went through all of that, girlfriend.
Yeah. I mean, I've had blonde for like 4 or 5 years, so I kind of wanted something different.
Aw. Is it cute? I can't see you to know if it's cute or not.
I look rough. It's like, so I dyed it the first time and then it faded pretty quick. So once I dyed it like the next week, it hasn't really faded that quick. So it's still like a purple.
That's cool. Nice, nice. I can't wait to see all you guys in person, should I say. So let's go through some little slide notes here. Healthy body and mind, rest and relaxation, exercise, nutrition, hygiene, and image. These are the things that we want to take care of. Following this lesson. Oh wait, I need to move my screen. I'm sorry, guys. Following this lesson, you'll be able to establish routines to maintain a healthy body and mind. Rest and relaxation. It's necessary for a healthy, happy life. Sleep helps relieve frustrations and tensions resulting from everyday activities. Keep fatigue away with 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I did get about that much sleep last night. I was tired when I got off yesterday, being not used to functioning on a daily basis. So I was really tired when I got home. And exercise. This helps you look, feel, and work better, stimulates your blood circulation, encourages proper functioning of organs. Exercise your mind by reading. Nutrition. A balanced diet is essential for personal and professional well-being. Most foods contain a mixture of three energy nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Energy that food contains is measured in calories. Now I want you guys to pay close attention to these key words and these key statements here, because it is part of your review, your chapter review, and your tests and stuff. Hygiene, science that deals with the healthful living. Personal hygiene. Your personal hygiene is an individual system for maintaining your cleanliness and health. Your public hygiene practices that preserve the health of the community. As a professional in the salon, you are expected to protect your clients against impure air from poor ventilation, improper disinfection practices, and improper storage or use of food. Now, this is just my opinion, but how we are supposed to, as professionals, work outside and do hair and nail services outside, you see here that this is not even a part of our protocol. Because you have to have, your salon and your environment should be free from debris, dirt, being hot outside. All of this goes against what we're supposed to be doing. So those kind of rules did not make sense to me. That's just my opinion. Your job as a professional is to protect and serve the public. Also, dealing with hygiene is bad breath, which is called halitosis. Oral hygiene refers to maintaining healthy teeth and keeping the breath fresh. Regular bathing using soap for cleanliness, followed by application of deodorant, plays a major role in preventing unpleasant body odors. Oh, sorry. An image. Your hair care. Beautiful hair is clean, healthy hair. Communicate your professional expertise with your own hair, design and color, or perm design. Skin care and makeup. Healthy, glowing skin is equally dependent on good nutrition, exercise, and rest. The basics of makeup application. Foundation should match skin tone. Contouring with light colors broadens, and contouring with dark colors narrow. Hands. Maintain smooth, soft, immaculately clean, and well manicured hands. Wear protective gloves whenever performing chemical services. We also got to take care of those feet. Take proper care of your feet. Practice good posture. Wear good fitting, low broad heel shoes. Your clothing. Ensure clothing is freshly washed or cleaned and pressed. Clean and polish your shoes. Dress for success by incorporating current trends with your personal sense of style. Posture. Maintaining good posture and moving properly will enhance your physical well-being, offer protection from muscle strain and potential injury. It'll reduce physical fatigue, present an attractive image. Good posture is sound advice. Use height adjustments on your chairs. Keep your head up, chin level, shoulders relaxed. Sit well back in your chair, keeping knees together and feet on the floor. Your ergonomic tips. This is the science that looks at how you do your work, what body movements, positions, tools, and equipment you use, the effect these things have on you and your client's health and comfort. And to prevent neck and back problems, You're going to do this by working with a straight back, using a freestanding sink, adjusting height of the chair, tilting the client's head, working with the client standing up if they have long hair, using tilted seat or wedge-shaped cushions for manicures, using pelvic tilt, placing one foot on a stool, avoiding high heels, and avoiding overreaching. And you could prevent foot and leg problems by avoiding long periods of standing, wearing comfortable rubber-soled shoes, avoiding shoes with high heels or pointed toes, using a cushioned floor mat, utilizing hydraulic chairs that can adjust. We also have to prevent hand and wrist problems, and we can do this by adjusting the height of the chair, using a swivel chair, tilting the client's head, using sharp shears that fit your hand, using procedural techniques that help you keep your wrist straight, and using your arm rest at a manicure station. Prevent shoulder problems by adjusting the height of the chair, using swivel, oh wait, sorry, we just did that one. So let's go through this. I need you guys' help. You can unmute yourself and answer. If I don't see you on the screen, at least answer for me. Number one, to prevent fatigue, the recommended number of hours of sleep is what? What's our recommended hours?
6 to 8.
6 to 8 hours. And is this true or false? Exercise help you look, feel, and work better.
True.
Thank you. And the science that deals with healthful living is referred to healthful living. Somebody? I want someone to answer.
Are we supposed to be able to see your screen?
You can't see my screen?
No, it's all black.
Oh no. Okay, give me just a second. Okay, what's going on? Can you guys see it now?
Yeah, we can see it.
I just lost where I was at. Okay. Why won't this click? Okay. That was that. Let's see. This. Mhm. Is the screen paused again, you guys?
I can see the screen.
Can you see the
It's
slide?
a lesson challenge right now.
Okay, so I do apologize because when I go on to our slideshow, because that whole time I was reading off on our slideshow. And so it looks like whenever I do the slideshow, it's not showing the screen. So I do apologize for that, guys. And when I go into the challenge, can you guys see the take challenge
Yeah.
Yes.
and the questions that are there?
Yes.
All right. So let's do this and answer. I think we can answer these together because it's just for, okay, yeah. Let's go through these. Which of the following term defines the art and science of beauty care? I'm gonna let you guys answer and I'm gonna click on it.
B.
Cosmetology, let's see. How many hours of sleep are required for most people to function properly and avoid fatigue?
6 to 8 hours.
Which of the following activities help stimulate blood circulation in the body?
Exercise.
Exercise. And what percentage of carbohydrates should be included in your diet that the RDA averages allow?
I think it was like 30 or 60.
It was 60. I will give that to you guys because I had to remember too just now. An individual system for maintaining cleanliness and health is known as what?
Personal hygiene.
Personal hygiene.
Healthy glowing skin is equally dependent on all of the following except for what? Healthy glowing skin is,
Lack of sleep.
yes, lack of sleep. That does not help us get healthy glowing skin. When applying makeup, contouring with light colors will always have the effect on, have what effect on the face if we're doing light colors?
Highlighting? I don't know.
So if we're gonna put, just think
Narrowing.
about, huh?
Narrow A.
Narrowing, is that what you want to say? Because if we're going to narrow something out, just think about the makeup.
For narrowing, you use darker, right?
Yeah.
And so what do we want to agree on, people?
For
See?
broadening or highlighting?
I'm going to go with broadening. We'll see. An overly wide jaw can visually be narrowed by applying what?
Darker
Dark.
Darker, yes. And keeping the abdomen flat, the chin level, and the head up are key points to having
Good posture.
posture. Which of the following will help prevent shoulder problems?
Adjusting the height of the chair.
Amen. Let's see, we got 100% people. So we're on a good path here. Now let's get on over to 1.2. I'll let you all get over there real quick. And now we're going to go into effective communication. And it looks like this. 1.2, effective communication. Also, by doing those take lesson challenges, that's how you get these points. It's worth 100 points. All right, this video is only a couple of seconds long.
There's no doubt that your ability to communicate tops the list in determining your success as a cosmetologist. Your face-to-face communication takes place in two ways, nonverbal and verbal. In nonverbal communication, sometimes referred to as body language, messages are exchanged without words. In verbal communication, how you speak, your voice and tone is as important as the content of what you're saying. You'll find more information about effective communication in your textbook.
So what is effective communication, you guys? Are we in this day having some effective communication? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves. As of right now, I haven't been having effective communication with anyone. But that doesn't excuse the certain rules, certain things that you can go by to have some effective communication. So let's talk about it. There's all kind of communication. Can you guys tell me one way that you guys communicate to each other? Text message, phone, eyes. Right now it's eyes, because that's how we have to communicate. It's through eyes. I don't know if you're smiling, laughing, if you feel okay, I have to look at your eyes. And so let's get into this real quick. Throughout your career, there will be one element that will propel you towards your goals of success faster than anything else. The element is your ability to communicate effectively. Every time you exchange ideas, thoughts, or feelings with someone, you're communicating. Therefore, your communication skills are every bit as important to your success as your technical skills. As a salon professional, your primary responsibility is to use your knowledge and skills to make your clients look and feel their best. But remember, your advice and service are only as effective as your ability to convince clients of your sincerity and commitment to their well-being. Here, your communication skills come into play. We got nonverbal communication. Your nonverbal communication, sometimes called body language, messages are exchanged without speaking. Appearance, posture, poise, touch, facial expression, eye contact, gestures, and silence often speak more loudly than words. Can you guys agree with that? I can pretty much tell how you're feeling more when you're sitting there not saying that than versus when you're being chatty Cathy or talking, you know? For example, a smile is a universal sign of approval. One who stands straight, shoulders square, head held high, and extends a hand to greet communicates self-confidence. Bowed shoulders and slopping body posture convey uncertainty. You want to make sure that even if you don't feel as confident or if you're shy at first, is that your outer appearance at least communicates a little bit differently than how you might feel on the inside. I know that's hard for some of us, but we really can tell. Everyone can tell how you're feeling. If you're in a good mood, if you really feel like doing these services, everyone knows. They can tell by your body language. Eye contact, not having eye contact. Nothing is more disturbing than someone not looking directly at you. And I can share one of the tips that I've learned about someone staring directly at you. You can look like over their shoulder, but you're still looking at them, but it's still showing that you're, having some listening skills here, even though you don't want to look them eye to eye. You can still have that effect of looking someone in the eye without actually staring them right into their eyeballs and making everyone uncomfortable. But your eye contact tells your client or anyone with whom you are talking that he or she has your full attention. Because if you're looking away or scrolling on your phone, I know for a fact that I don't have your whole attention at that moment. There'll be times even in the middle of a client service that the importance of what the client is saying should cue you to pause and make eye contact. Simple eye contact can validate and reassure. It's a universal sign of acknowledgement. Okay? You got to be aware of the subtle posture and communicate your feelings about how you and your client feel around you. Be sure your posture conveys confidence and your movements indicate interest in what your client is saying. I can tell you that sitting with your clients, and if their back is turned and they're not facing the mirror, you really can't tell how your client is feeling. You don't know if they're satisfied or if they're in pain or in discomfort, or even if they like what you're doing. I often look for the client's facial expressions, especially when they're getting something new, or the unveiling of their new color, or if I have to do a little tugging, pulling, or detangling. I always look to see what their discomfort level is, or if they have chemicals in their hair, if they are walking around or seem frustrated or seem like they just can't sit still. There might be something going on with them, and it's always good to ask what's going on with your client. It's always good. How do you feel? Does that feel okay? How does this look? Are you okay with this? That's indicating to your client that you are communicating. And although you may not have to or in a position to be talking at that moment, you can sense their body language. You can look at their eyes. You can just feel what's going on with them. So it's a good thing to kind of come in tune with that nonverbal communication. That'll help you out a little bit into knowing what your next move should be. Okay? Verbal communication. This is how you speak. How you speak is important as what you're saying. A well-modulated voice gains greater positive attention than a voice that is unnecessarily and often unattractively high and shrill. A listener may well tune out an irritating voice and then miss the information being shared. Has that ever happened to you guys? Where you may be learning something, but they're so annoying that you just can't bear to listen to it. Why are you so loud? Why are you so obnoxious? Tone it down just a little bit. Or even personal conversation that you may be having with your client, or even on the phone. Like, no one wants to hear the whole thing or hear loud, obnoxious tones, especially if it's not that type of atmosphere. Listen to your own voice in various situations. Had to do that many of times. I have a deep, raspy voice, and sometimes I get a little passionate about what I'm talking about, and I get very loud, and I have to check my own self. Like, okay, where am I at? What's surrounding? What am I actually talking about right now where someone's actually listening? So you kind of have to check yourself sometimes of that. And also, I know when to tune out things, and usually it's not at the right moment. It's because I'm focusing on something that's irritating about your voice, or, people that can't say a whole sentence without every other word being a cuss word. I tend to tune those kind of people out. I like to have intelligent conversations, as of lately. Also, a voice that can carry very harmonious tones in normal conversations may become shrill during excitement. Be certain your voice always reflects the personal image you want to project. Verbal communication, how you speak, can also influence the meaning of what you say, the tone or inflection of your voice, level and rate of speech. All play an important role in verbal communication. A lot of times we try to have verbal communication through text messaging, and it always get taken out of context. Like, sometimes you could be texting a good message and someone can take it as a very offensive message just because they're not hearing your tone, and just because you have it in all caps or you put smiley faces behind it or something doesn't necessarily mean that person understands your communication. So it's always good to speak to a person in a way that they don't think that you're, being a certain way. They can feel what you're saying to them. You can reflect what you're feeling by saying it. Your grammar, your language used correctly can clearly and beautifully communicate all your thoughts and needs. Used incorrectly, however, the beauty of the language may be marred. Worse still, your level of communication can be impaired. The use of poor grammar can begin accidentally as you copy your poor speech patterns used by those around you. It can also begin it can also begin intentionally when you choose to use it to imitate certain peers or to create particular effects. In either case, once the use of poor grammar has begun, it can become habitual and therefore difficult to recognize and correct. It can become a little bit rude too. There comes a time where you have to kind of grow up, learn some different wording, have adult conversations. You can do this without arguing, without being frustrated, and also having different views and points of views. The use of double negatives, certain slang words or words whose true meanings aren't quite appropriate to one's message, can also distract from the thought you are attempting to communicate. The listener can be confused by such communication and left with a completely incorrect understanding of the intended message. No professional can afford to misuse language, unless that person is speaking your language, of course. You guys know what each other is talking about. Um, you guys are on the same conversation here, and make sure who you're talking to. Some people are easily offended. Some people are not easily offended. Um, I quote a lot of words from movies and a lot of sayings and little things from movies, and people kind of get offended if they don't know what I'm talking about. They're like, "Why did you say that?" It is legit, like off of a movie or something. So I also have to watch that. People are sensitive right now. Because of the use of poor grammar may be habitual and not easily identified by the user, this too is an area in which you might ask for help of teachers and friends. Ask people close to you to point out any words you may misuse and speech patterns that aren't appropriate. Many people have polished their use of language with the help of caring friends, relatives, teachers, and or spouses. If you're not sure what that entails, it's like people have different religious views. People have different views on gender, different views on everything in life. And if you're not sure how to operate around the different people and personalities and groups, ask someone, look it up, Google it, okay? Because there are appropriate ways and inappropriate ways to speak with people. We have our two-way communication. Your success is providing your clients with exactly the service they desire depends on how well you're able to understand and interpret their initial requests. And in this profession, we are sometimes have to be mind readers. Their view of something is a different view of what we pictured it. Okay, so you have to have that two-way communication. I want to repeat back to you what you said to me, just so that we can have a clear understanding on what our services, what I'm supposed to be providing for you at that moment. The best way to do this, though, is first encourage them to give you enough information so that you perfectly understand their desires. Be a good listener and ask questions if necessary. And second, practice reflective listening by repeating back to them in your own words what they've told you. And you can go through all of these steps. However, you may not satisfy everyone, and your clients may not be satisfied with everyone that they get, okay? But at least you can do is try harder. Me, myself, I noticed that I have to try harder as well. There's never too many questions to ask. Even if I think in my own head, I know what to do to them. I know how to do this. Oh, I'm very familiar here, but I still want to get in depth of more questions. So we're in clear communication. I don't want my client unhappy, and I don't want to be unhappy either with me thinking it's one thing and then I mess someone up, or I do something that I thought was great to their hair or something of the sort. Has to be that two-way communication and in agreement, just so that, you know, everybody is on one accord. And also be a good
Yeah,
listener.
Miss.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, yeah, that's a good point because I don't think a lot of people know that. It's like you have to kind of like remind yourself like, like is my tone okay? Is my how is my client? Like, is he or she giving me like a bad posture or something like that? Like, you have to be aware of your consciousness and then your client. And I think that like people forget to do that. Like I forget sometimes, like when I talk, the way I talk, sometimes it might not be, it might not sound very well, like my tone, or maybe my body posture is like telling them something else. And for me, I think I just have to kind of reflect like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I think that's just something some people have to learn as well.
And then asking in between too. Like, how does this feel? Do you like this? You know, and if they're saying certain things, like you'll get clients that will trip about their short haircuts and they got little wings flipping up right here. Or they say, it always gets kind of natty over here, or it always gets sort of off over here. You know, listen to those points, check the areas of their head, be attentive to everything that they're saying. I've done it so many times where I've did what was best for the client, or I actually didn't listen, you know, because I probably didn't think it was a big deal. However, what it was a big deal to the client. And so it's just very important to keep on asking those questions, even while you are doing their hair. If they're getting a service and they start going into other things, how they sweat a lot, or how their hair is falling out, or this is happening when they use their curling iron. Listen to all of those key points and come up with the game plan in your head. You know, repeat those things back to them, even at the end of the service. So I noticed that you said that your ends were very split, or I noticed that you said your color comes back very quickly. So this is what I would like you to do. You know, they're telling you the type of shampoo they use. If they're getting color, recommend color shampoo for them. You know, you have to listen and see what their need is, should I say. So thanks, Adam. That was a very good point right there. Be a good listener. I want to read this example really quick. It says, Mrs. Jones, if I understand you correctly, today you would like me to give you more fullness on the top and shorten in the back and sides. To do this, I will layer the top and cut about 1 inch from the sides and back to achieve the look that you want. So that is your example of actually repeating back. And then that opens up some more communication. And they may say, well, no, I don't like layers. And so now you have to reevaluate that question. You see how that can lead into more of the conversation, right? Yep. And so when you finish your explanation to your clients, always ask your client if they understand, if it's comfortable with what you'll be doing, and encourage questions. It's important that you're able to communicate comfortably and that you and your client understand each other. Here are several points that will help your communication skills become more effective. Present a pleasant greeting. Okay, so greeting your clients. It's never a comfortable thing when you don't greet them by their name or Mrs. or Mr. or even with a smile. There goes that nonverbal, just smiling and acknowledging them, letting them know that you see them and that you're here for them. You want to greet them with that pleasantness, that calmness. If you're in a rush, if you're acting agitated, that's not going to make your client want to stay there. Even if they stay, they're not going to come back because you have just made their anxiety level go up just by your whole body language, just greeting them. You want to greet them with their first or last name, depending on what kind of professional level you guys are on. And you want to use a pleasing voice tone that projects your eagerness to offer your services. Also use tact. Tact is learning to say the proper thing in a person without offense. This skill requires sensitivity. So you don't want to necessarily point out their flaws or point out, oh my God, look at all that gray hair. You know, oh my God, look at your skin. It looks terrible. What you been doing? Or it looks kind of wrinkly. You want to use words that are not offensive. Use some tact. We want to bring a youthful look back to you. We want to, um, give you that age smart. Whatever wordings you can use to make your client not feel already bad about their hair, then do that. Tact is a very important communication skill to use in building and honest professional relationships with your clients. It is your responsibility to communicate honestly with the client without offending. If something doesn't look good or it's not going to be right, you can always offer other avenues to get to that look that they want. You don't have to say, oh, that's ugly. That won't look good on you. You know, look up a picture for them. Let's try this. I really think that this color will go with your eyes, your beautiful blue eyes. You have to make sure that they understand why you're saying no to that service, or why it's not a good idea to get that haircut, why it's not a good idea to put that eyeliner on your eyes or use a certain product. Okay. Deciding whether your ideas or feelings should be expressed in public or private is considered being discreet. Someone is having alopecia, someone is having some health issues, which is indicating why their skin or their nails look that way. It does not have to be announced over the salon or to your peers. Sometimes they're embarrassed about their hair loss, embarrassed about even their haircut or how they look at the moment. And so use some tact when enhancing their look and enhancing what they came to you for in the first place. And you want to express your ideas clearly. Think an idea through completely before you talk about it. Many good ideas fail because they're not thought through before they're expressed. Define the purpose of your communication. Before you begin to express your idea, determine the purpose of your communication. Is it to gain information? Is it to change the attitude? Is it to seek support? Or is it to motivate? I've been really doing this lately, talking to people because I've been having troubles answering my phone and answering text messages and getting back to emails. Is this important? Will this ruin my day? Is this going to give me anxiety? Is this paying me? Is this going to make me feel better? Is this going to be motivational for me to sit here and talk about this? So I'm very, very choosy on what I choose to hear and deal with lately. And you want to do this with your clients. Think about everything that you're communicating and know the importance of your ideas. Consider the listener that needs and desires. Ask yourself, how will this listener benefit by what I'm saying? Am I telling them the right thing? Am I wasting my breath here? How will they benefit off of my advice? Be prepared to show visual representation of the ideas being suggested to you, the client, by using style books, color charts, and photographs. I love to have something to back me up on why I'm saying to do a certain thing, or why this hairstyle or this makeup look or this skincare treatment will be good for you. Beware of your environment. Be sure that the timing is right for your communication. Decide whether your ideas or feelings should be expressed in public or private. Decide who should be the recipient of your communication. Who's all in the room with you while you're talking about that, right? And watch your overtones. An overtone occurs when your tone of voice, inflection, expressions, and reactions do not match your words. Example, you say, "I'm so happy to see you today," but you're not smiling or extending your hand in greeting. "Oh, I'm so happy to see you today." Blank stare.
Miss V,
Yes,
when you're talking about like tech, I think that you said tech, right?
yes.
So if you have like concerns for the client, like I know you're not supposed to announce it, like, for the floor, but I think you're supposed to just you're supposed to talk to someone, like like if we're doing it in school, right?
Hmm.
And if the client has if they have like lice or they have a scab or something. I think we just have to like talk to someone aside and then come back to them and tell the client that they have this condition.
Yes, okay, for example, if you're in school, of course you want to examine your client's hair because that's exactly what you're doing when you sit them down. You've already greeted them and we've already started talking about what we're going to do to their hair. And so while we're doing that and draping them up, I'm looking through their hair. I'm looking for those scalp indications, looking for that lice or what have you that may be in their hair. And if I do see something and I'm not too sure about it, I will ask the client, do you mind if I go get my instructor? Do you mind if I go get my boss? Do you mind if I ask my peer over here, my colleague over here, if we can get a second opinion on what this actually is in your hair? I don't want to give you the wrong information. And most clients, they're accepting to that. They want to know what's going on with their hair. I have an example. I went into work and I asked one of my one of the instructors, I said, can you check my hair? It's just been really, really itchy. I don't know if it's like I have lice. And then she says, okay. And then she did the whole proper procedure, draped me up, opened my hair up, looked through it, and it was quiet. She even closed the door. And even though we're all used to each other and we know each other, it was still like a private thing. And so that's totally okay to go get an opinion. It's totally okay to go by your own opinion if someone's not there. You have the common sense and the skills at this point to know if there's an open wound, a scab, or something that doesn't look like it can be worked over. Lice, you have that authority to say, I would prefer you to go see a physician. I would prefer not working on that area and putting any more damage on that area, and especially if it's lice, I'm gonna refer you to a physician. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. And most clients, they know when something's going on with their hair or their scalp before they even come in. So hope that answers your question. Does it?
Yeah, it's just, it's like what you were saying, like, do you mind if I have another opinion? Or, I think that's just a really good point. Because I mean, I remember when I was helping a client and like I probably did the wrong thing. So like, but you know, I know now that I'm supposed to like talk to like, talk to talk to one instructor just to give them a second opinion. But I think at that point, yeah,
Kind of offensive, or they took it the wrong way.
yeah, I think that's kind of what happened with one lady.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it
because
happened.
like, yeah, I mean, I know it's just like it happens. I think that's why she kind of was like didn't really want to sit down or something.
It
So
happened.
I think you should just have to like let me get another opinion. Let me, things like that. And I think I just have to remember doing that.
Yeah, that's a tactful way of saying it too. Let me go get a second opinion on this, and I'll get right back with you. Instead of saying, "Oh my God, I'm not working on that." Ew. Oh Lord, look at her toes. Oh my God, her hair is gross. When's the last time you washed it? It's so nasty. Gotta use some tact here. Always get a second opinion, especially if someone else is around to give you that boost. Okay, where we at, guys? Consult, oh, here we go. It even says it here. Consult with, consult with others when necessary, Adam. So be certain that you have all the facts and information available. If you are in doubt, consult with others to gain new insights, ideas, opinions, and support. The instructors and I, we all do that when we're not too sure how to fix something, or we're not too sure how to approach a student to get that student to understand what we're saying. We all have to, come up with a game plan. What should I do? How should I say this? Okay, this client out here, this is the color that we usually have, but it looks a little funny. So how should we do this? We come up with a game plan. Then if a student's there, what do you think? Do you think that'll look good? You know, so we're all collectively coming up with this game plan and, you know, getting our new insights on what should be done. Oh, I should cut the hair that way. Maybe I should use that developer in order to make it brighter for that kind of color she has. So we're all collectively coming up with these supporting opinions here. Also be a good listener, concentrate on understanding others first. I know that's hard for us to do because we have our own opinions. Listening is the important key to good communication. The most successful business people, I'll repeat that, the most successful business people and the best communicators are those who have learned to listen.
Miss V, we can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I still need to see what's going on with this. So this is right at the perfect time, 12 o'clock. So let's just take a 10, 15-minute break. I'll be right back. I got to see what's going on here, okay? While we're waiting, type me a message or something. Let's see what's going on. Everyone type me a message if you can. Very easy. Just go to your screen where it says chat. You can put privately in the message if you don't want anyone else to see you. But go ahead and chime in for me while we take this break. Thank you guys. All right, everybody, are we back? We are back. Let me know. Just say hey if you're back.
Isn't he?
Got it. Okay, picking up where we left off. Here we are with this communication. And thank you guys for being in communication with me today and letting me know that I'm not just talking to the screen here. So I do appreciate the feedback. As time go on, we'll get better at this until everything get back to normal. So I do appreciate everyone's participation. Okay. So we're on communication. Okay, you want to avoid discussing the following topics with clients: religion, politics, personal problems, other clients' behavior, staff or competitors' workmanship, information given to you in confidence. I want to talk about this a little bit because we do not know exactly when to have these conversations. Again, know your audience. Do you really want to talk about personal problems with someone that you really don't know? Because they may know the person that you're talking about, or they may give you the wrong advice, or they may upset you, and vice versa. A lot of the times, our clients will get in our chair and begin to tell all of their problems, who they're upset with, who they dated. And you may know some of these people. I'll give an example. I had a client that was trash mouthing her last hairstylist. And when you have a client that's going to be trash mouthing whoever did their hair, and it's several people at that, they may not be satisfied with what your services are too. But other than that, when they're sitting there having a conversation about someone, you just want to take a very good look at what the conversation is. So the girl was talking trash about the last person that did her hair. And then I was like, really? Well, what salon did you used to go to? And I'm talking in that manner. And she told me the salon and the person that did it, and it was my friend. And I was like, oh no. I did not let her know that that was my friend or nothing. I just kept it at that. And I changed the whole conversation around because it was very uncomfortable. Another examples, even here in the salon, we had someone with political views that did not suit the audience that were there. These were young people into the hip hop era, and this person was all against it and all against the, the new age way of living. And everyone got so offended. Or talking religion with someone that doesn't agree with your religion. It's not your job to convert them at that moment while they're in your chair. If you guys can be on a wholesome conversation, well then fine. If both of you guys are religious, great. You guys have something in common. But there's no way that you should be talking about these topics making people uncomfortable. And let's say that both of you guys are comfortable with the topic that you're on. What if the person next to you is not having a good time with this conversation? It's not wholesome. You may have a pastor sitting next to you, but you're trash mouthing with your client. And even though that person has nothing to do with you, it's still it's not a good look. It's not a good look for your salon, or even for a good reference for people to come there. It doesn't go together. So you want to try to keep those conversations out of it. You want to not trash mouth the people that you work with, or the people that may have been related to the people you work with. You just want to keep names and things out of your conversation. And that keeps the funk down a little bit. I worked in a salon, and this lady was in there acting so cray cray. She was, just giving the whole salon a problem. I was the shampoo girl. I had nothing to do with what she was going off about. And I happened to mention to another client at the shampoo bowl the next day. I was like, man, I don't know what her problem was. That was really crazy. That was a big deal. And it was nothing that I actually said about the lady. But the next day after that, someone comes in and she has her pepper spray and her knife and her whatever, and she's ready to fight me. And I'm working at the salon. And she's, what did you say about my mom? What did you say? And I had nothing to do with it, but I made a comment on it. So I was guilty by association at that point. So from there, I always just kind of watch what I'm saying around people and watch my actions and how I react to things around people because it can be taken in a whole nother way. Have you guys ever experienced that in a conversation where it went all the way to the left, you thought you were on the same page, or they started talking politics or religion and made you uncomfortable? Has that ever happened, like in your chair, working on someone? No? Well, it's happened to me a lot. Okay, guys. I'm gonna try to move my screen over. Let me know if you guys, if something happens. I'm gonna try to move my screen over. Still. And I still can't move my screen. Okay. I can't move my screen right now, guys, for some reason. So I'm just going to continue on to 1.3, human relations. And we have, we're only going to spend a few more minutes on this before we go over the homework that we did, and we'll continue up next time. In human relations, this is the psychology of getting along with others is referred to human relations. You want to get along with others. How well can you adapt to your environment? You may work with people that you obviously probably don't want to work with. You may work with people that you love working with. You may be working with people that are slow. Oh, they take their forever to do stuff. You may work with people who are kind of messy. They never really clean up after themselves. Just be cautious that this stress does not negatively reflect in how you deal with people, because we're going to be dealing with all kind of personalities and different people. A person's personality is defined as their outward reflection of their inner thoughts, attitudes, and values. Your personality is the sum total of the emotional and behavior characteristics that make you unique. Your individual personality consists of combinations of thousands of different human characteristics, such as emotions, attitudes, skills, beliefs, values, and goals. All of your many experiences influence the development of your personality as well. These personality characteristics are not quickly changed, but can be modified over time. So when someone says, that's just the way I am, well, it can be modified. You can always strive to be a better person. Um, Having a good sense of humor, a considerate nature, okay, a positive attitude, have some emotional control, grab a hold of your emotions. Not everyone needs to know that you're upset or angry or frustrated. You know, you have to grab a hold of that. That seems to be the height of, everything that's going on right now. Control yourself, control that emotion that you're having. Flexibility Are you guys hearing? I'm so sorry. Sorry for the disconnection, guys. I'm so sorry. But we did leave off on attitudes. So I'm trying to have a good attitude about this, but it's frustrating. So bear with me, guys. Attitude, it's like habits, can be changed. It's not easy, but it can quite often be the key to having your life run more smoothly, having a good attitude about things. I notice when I have a bad attitude, everything keeps just going even worse and worse. So may as well just take it as it comes, right? Have a good attitude, even about the crazy things that happen in our lives. Attitudes can be changed though. Okay, you just got to practice at it. Habits. Habits, some people bite their nails, other people bite their lips, some people drum their fingers, tap their feet. The only thing that these actions have in common is that people performing them are not probably aware of these things. These actions are very likely all habits, and they're learned behaviors, okay? But some habits are annoying and unattractive. You're entering a service business, and that can't allow yourself to keep those habits that others might find annoying. Unattractive habits will limit your potential for success. So, any habit that you may have, I want you to focus on that and try to rearrange that. Let's unlearn those bad habits. We have good habits, but let's unlearn the bad habits. Maintain attendance and punctuality. Because if you do that, people will know that you're reliable, you're dependable. It just shows that you are ready. Even being early for class, early for work, okay? Being 15, I was told by an employer that 15 minutes early is actually late. 30 minutes early is actually on time. I'm always an hour early. It's not on purpose. It's just like I have to have everything set out. I need to know that I don't have to rush and go do stuff. I prefer to get like all my prep work before I start. That's if I have time to. So maintain attendance and punctuality, manage your personal and professional schedule to avoid conflicts with time, arrive at work on time, and even says here 15 minutes prior to starting is preferred by most employers. I always like seeing people on time or early because that just lets me know you're ready. And connect with your client. Be sensitive to the mood of your client. You know, extend your courtesy. Courtesy is the key to success. My number one is that teamwork. Always have some teamwork going. You see that someone's busy, offer some help. Doesn't mean that you can have to do their work every day or clean their station and disinfect their station every day, sweep up their hair. But if they're busy or they're already doing something, they may have forgotten perm rods or may have forgotten to rent something out. Offer that to them, and you will probably get that in return. I'm not saying be abused, but teamwork makes the dream work. Often two is better than one. Have some great ethics. Over the years, your parents and teachers may have taught you to live by the golden rule, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The golden rule may have been your first introduction as a code of ethic. As you grow older, you begin defining and learning what's good or bad, right or wrong, according to the rules of society. As your personality develops, you establish your own personal system of moral principles and values, which become known as your personal ethics. Your personal ethics, how you live your life and demonstrate your positive values and belief, such as honesty and fairness, carry over into your profession as you apply them in your working environment and relationships. Then you got your professional ethics. This deals with proper conduct in relationships with your employer, co-workers, and clients. Know where to draw the line at. Most professions have occasions that establish the code of professional ethics for the individual members. It's important for you to familiarize yourself with the cosmetology code of ethics in your area. In your area. Some of the responsibilities and work ethics that will help you gain respect and build solid professional relationships with your clients and coworkers are listed on this sample of professional code of ethics. Now I'll read through some of them. Show respect. Be fair. Be fair and courteous to your clients. Always be eager to learn new methods and techniques. Don't just say, well, Miss V taught me this way. Miss Jen taught me this way. Mr. Narcy taught me this way. Okay, well, I'm on the floor now, and Miss Christie is showing me this way. So always be ready to just learn different ways of your profession. Always be eager to I mean, represent yourself, your services and products honestly to the public. Do not advertise a service.
Go, go.
I often do that a lot. I'll advertise a service, but at least I know the basics of it. Right in the bathroom, YouTube it real quick. But if I'm absolutely uncomfortable with the service, I will not do it. Be loyal to your employer and your coworkers. Keep your word and fulfill your obligations. If you say you're going to do it, do it. Finish what you start all the time, even with your career. I know it looks crazy right now, but finish what you start. Practice only the highest standards of infection control as provided by your regulating agency laws. Keep your work area and your tools spotlessly clean. Believe in and be proud of your profession, just as you believe in yourself. And also have a commitment to excellence. You want to be better than what you started off to be, right? Don't just think you know it all or your growth spurt is done. We always could learn. I learn every day. Haven't been learning nothing for the past few months because I just been relaxing, but I still in all of that, I still learn stuff. I still see the YouTube videos. I still see the makeup videos and the educational things that they give us for our profession, like on behindthechair.com. You know, I still look at those things. The Andes website, they still offer these extra education, even though we're not operating in our profession right now as we should. It's still good to catch up on those things. Invest in yourself, guys. Learn everything you can in school. Take an active part in school activities. Take advantage of advanced education and seminars. I highly encourage that. And nowadays they have them free for you on different websites. You can go to Wella website, the Rusk website, whatever hair care that you're interested in. They do have these different websites where they offer education and seminars. Then after graduation, continue to invest in your education by attending seminars, shows, and workshops. Keep pace with what's happening in the industry. What's new out there? I always like to look at the new comb. They have this new, what do you call it, weaving comb, where you weaving in your highlights and it separates the hair for you. So I want to try that comb out. The magic clippers, I had an opportunity to use the magic clippers. Now I want to invest in that. So always upgrade. Yeah, you probably have your good old Conair iron, but let's upgrade to a more professional brand. Okay, always upgrade. Yesterday, I think Adam was talking about his shears. Yeah, we can have our school shears. Those are great shears. I still have my shears from beauty college. That still work great, but it's always good to invest in yourself. Okay, that style you have. Are your hair tools all pink? Are they all, opal and black? You want to have that sense of style to yourself and keep in pace what's happening in the industry. What's that new color line that's out? Let's give it a try. What's that new makeup line out? Let's give it a try. Become known for your willingness to share your knowledge and your enthusiasm for the salon industry. There is no limit to your success you can achieve if you're willing to invest the time and energy success demands of a true professional. Any questions or comments, guys? In other words, professional development is a commitment you make to yourself. Your ongoing dedication and professional development will evaluate your physical and mental health, your professional status, and your relationships with clients and coworkers. At the end of this lesson, you would have learned establishing routines to maintain a healthy body and mind, effective communication, and positive human relations. All right, guys. Now that assignment that we had yesterday, just a short assignment, if one or two people could share. I'll be the first to share what I ate this morning and how I started my day. it started off pretty good because I did get some good sleep last night. I really didn't go according to my Weight Watchers plan, but I did count my numbers and kind of watch what I ate terribly last night. I ate some noodles. I had my fruit, all that kind of stuff. Had all my water that I could take, had my vitamins, but I didn't really do too good last night. So I started off good this morning. I got my cucumber water, and that's 0 calories, of course. Has some good immune agents in it. It's good for the gut, good for your skin and hair, and your overall health, even good for your teeth. So I had that. Had 2 hard-boiled eggs. That's a protein, so that was free on my little diet plan. And some probiotic cranberries, little raisin cranberries. Not a fun breakfast, but it all had benefits. I do feel energized. I do feel okay. Only thing I didn't do is my exercise. I did not get up and exercise or stretch or do any of that. So my body does feel a little bit kind of blah. So that's my spiel on getting my day started and having a healthy, mindful living, should I say. Did anyone else do their assignments, or can you tell me how your day looked this morning?
I can start. So my morning was good. I woke up 7 in the morning today, and I walked around. I walked around like a park where I live.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about like 2 miles.
Nice.
So that's what I did, and then so then I got back home, and then I had breakfast, and I had some tea and some scrambled eggs, and then for like a snack I had a cookie. But yeah, I haven't eaten lunch yet, so that's pretty much I have right now.
That's a good day starting off. You was walking around in all this ashes.
Yeah, you have to go in the morning because it's too hot to be walking in the evening and afternoon.
Super hot.
Yeah.
Very hot. Well, that's good. Good way of starting out the day. Anybody else? All right. Do I have any questions, comments, concerns right now? I hope you all are at least living your best life while you're at home and able to still learn from home. It has to be a little bit more relaxing and less nerve-wracking coming out in public and still being able to continue on your education. And I applaud you guys. You guys are doing great. Hopefully you guys are staying healthy and keeping your emotions intact. Kind of can go crazy sitting around not really doing nothing or being with your friends or feeling like you're being bad for when you do go with your friends. You're like, ooh, we outside sneaking. Ooh, we're having a good time. It's like a secret now. Someone's typing, but it's not coming through. Sorry, whoever that is typing. All right, so for you guys' assignment, I want you guys to take your lesson challenges on 1.2 and 1.3. If you missed 1.1, go ahead and do your assignment for 1.1, which is the take lesson challenges. I will check to see how you're doing on that. And if you've completed it, you also have your SMART notes. I did not give key terms, but I do want to see that you guys did your SMART notes. And if you missed it yesterday, your SMART notes, just write it on a piece of paper. Go onto your lab and go through each question in your SMART notes, and you can just simply write it on a piece of paper. Your SMART notes and any assignments is for your own benefit. It's going to help you in the long run. So I encourage you to complete them, and I'll be checking with you guys on that. Now, who's all coming tomorrow? Who's all doing in Oh, good. Shani. Jordan, you'll be here?
You too.
Everyone's echoing. Anywho, can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. Please bring your doll heads, whatever you have to work with. Bring all your stuff. Make sure you guys take your temperature and keep yourself clean and stuff and free from getting sick by tomorrow because I want to see all your faces. It's nice seeing you guys. All right. Sounds good, people. We will stay on just for moments longer. Does anybody have anything to talk about? Anything interesting they're doing, working on? How you feel? Go ahead, have at it. The floor is open.
I guess I'll start.
Okay.
So I'm actually thinking of doing my brother's hair. And actually, I want to know if are we allowed to like, is the school allowing customers to come in the school?
No, we don't, as of right now, no customers.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking of bringing my brother and just, cut his hair there.
Oh no, you gotta practice
Yeah.
that at home. Text in a picture, ask any questions from home. But
Okay.
no, we're not open to the public just yet. I know that everyone wishes that we would get back to that, but not yet, not till our governor gives us the green light. If it was up to us, yeah, we will have a soft opening, something like that. But right now, we just can't risk it. And we want to keep everyone safe. Not everyone is afraid, but some people are. Not everyone has the anxiety about it, but some people are. So we have to go according to that. Also, what the government says, it's what we're dealing with. As you can see, they got people working outside in salons in 3,000-degree heat. And we're fortunate to be here at Adrian's because we're not being put outside right now in 3,000 degrees, and we're still able to continue on, even though a lot of the students here, they're like, I really want to work on a customer now. And so now they're seeing like, dang, I should have been working on a customer. Or I should have got that experience in. Why was I so scared? Now I really want to do it. I can't do it. I'm the same way. Now that I really want some clients and want to do something, no one wants to come through. Even if I was willing to do like personal things from home, it was just more like, maybe not. Don't want to do that. No. And we're all eager. We want to get back in there because it is fun. I have so much fun with you guys and watching the clients come in. And even when it's a terrible day and the clients are cray cray or someone does something crazy to someone's hair, I love being able to have that experiences with you guys in person. Even with my own clients, I miss that. And so just got to deal with it. At least we ain't outside.
Yeah.
Right here in the comforts of our home and school, safe from the elements of outside.
So Miss V, when we start class tomorrow, is it like the same procedure where like we type in our number and it'll punch in, or?
Oh yeah, you still have your punch in. So you'll just come in. Before you come into the building, guys, make sure that you're getting your temperature check because we really don't want, if someone is sick, to enter in because that just, makes it kind of dangerous. So we want to make sure that you're outside of the building. Take your temperature, sanitize your hands, straight over to your class or station, wherever you're supposed to be at, and making sure that you stay there. We're not doing too much moving around and too much things going on. We still want to be safe and still go by what the protocol is and keeping our distance. So far, so good. It hasn't been too bad. It's a little boring because we don't have our clients and it's not as loud as it used to be, but same kind of procedures, guys. Come in, clock in. You should have your clock in with your last four of your social and all of that good stuff, okay? So far as nothing changed. Your classrooms may have been switched around a little bit, but everything's the same,
Or
okay?
like, where do we report to? Like, where do we go to your class? Or like, how is it like the same, like same thing like phase 1, phase 2, or?
It's based
Isn't
on,
phase 2 class in the back?
yes, the way that we probably would do it, phase 1 and phase 2, just spread you guys out, have you guys do your operation, okay? Demonstrate, have you guys do your operation. Mr. Narcy, great teacher, will be working together. So right now, we're just kind of combining stuff and making sure you guys are on point, refresh your mind a little bit. It's still phase 1 and phase 2. Adam, I'm not, I think you're in phase 2 now, right? No, are you on
Yeah,
4?
I don't know, because like, yeah, I think I'm still in phase 2.
Okay, so when you come in, if you're in phase 2, still, you'll be with Mr. Narcy and I. And how we'll do that, you guys will be setting up your SMA as soon as you guys come in. We're going to show you a demo, and you guys will be doing your operations.
All right.
Okay? Sounds good?
All right, sounds good to me.
Nice. Remember, guys, just bring all of your stuff. Bring your bag. If you don't have a kit yet, bring the kit that was provided for you. And if you're missing anything, I have a couple of extra things, but we're not supposed to share. That's the thing. We're not supposed to be handing things to each other and all that. So make sure you just bring your stuff that you need. All right, people? And I will see you guys tomorrow. That ends our session. All right? All right, you guys, we're checking out. You guys enjoy your evening. Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
All right,
Bye.
bye.